Well, hello everyone. Today we will look at Loadouts. I thought since there is nothing big going on right now, there's nothing big finished for a while, I'll do a silly little thing right here with these people. And we're just gonna go through them boys and look at them weapons. And yeah, first of all, play hours. Don't play scout a lot. Like to play heavy a lot, medic I mean, but don't have many hours on him apparently. Have grown quite a lot since last time I checked. Actually, I had like 20 hours, so I played a lot of medic in the last few weeks. Heavy, enjoy playing heavy, kind of boring after some while. Pyro, do not really enjoy playing Pyro due to weak matchups. Do not really like fighting Pyros. Sniper, really fun but really hard. Soldier, like Soldier for you. Spy, I like Soldier, but I don't really play him a lot. Spy, I mean, everybody wanna be that spy guy, don't they? And then when and Share obviously my favorites. So we're going from loadout to loadout, but we're gonna make ancient medic, ancient heavy demo man at last. All right, let's start with that. This is me main shit. I would be using this thing at first. However, really not strong gun, I'll say that, for main scout gameplay. Really not good. So these days I'm running this because this is the most fun to me. It's a bit more passive, but it's fun. For the cosmetics, I was just I really like these two, and I needed a mix that fits really well. I was using the flapjack earlier. I do not like the flapjack anymore that much, so I changed to this thing. Yeah, what do you think of that? It's real epic. Um, we have my vacation guy with the weapon set, which is basically meant to risk portion. I really like the loadouts here from a cosmetic point of view. So yeah, I do really enjoy looking at this one. This one is probably my favorite for scout. Though I do not use it as much because, and I like this too. Then we have the baseball guy. Never used this item set in my life, but okay, I probably used this before, but never used this set. But yeah, I know why that's a set though, but it apparently is. Probably because I thought it was fitting, like the Coke, I guess. Baseball slash, I don't know. And then we have the Winter Scout, which is something I have on every class where I'm able to put it. Looking through if there's anything more fitting, but no, not really. So that's just kind of it. It's also pretty much the special delivery set, if you will. Don't really see the point in checks anymore these days, but you know. Alright, moving on to Soldier. Here we have our first unusual. I wanna eventually get the cape for the Batman cape for Soldier, so I could make it look like the Legion Conquest from Magic the Gathering. I'll probably flash a picture on screen so you know what that is. But yeah, one of my favorite cards to use, and yeah, I want to make my Soldier match it. Now this is from when I was trying out to jump with that thing. But this is what I typically will use. Probably use the gunboats. Sometimes we'll use this for the main reason that it just fits the big samurai like set, I guess. And yeah, that's really the only reason. Then we have my social joke set, which is basically supposed to represent Struheimer, the Nazi, because why the hell not? Got some little references here and there, you know, the theme basically. So yeah, that's the set my friend proposed with the weapons here. But I thought it would be funny to make something fitting to Churchill. Then we have my Mexican guy. I really don't know what to put in the first slot. Maybe this, I guess. I really don't know. I like this set, but I don't really play it a lot. And then we have my trollster. I just made it look like a dumbass. Because that's me when I'm playing trollster, so I find that fitting. Not really used this thing a lot yet, but I do enjoy using it. And then we move on to the guy I don't like to play very much, but I still somewhat play often, so I guess he's here. I do wanna maybe get a Australian extinguisher, because why not? Apart from this, I'll be using this set just because if I'm playing Pyro, I'm gonna have fun by comboing. I'm not gonna have fun by doing this anymore. This is incredible fun to me, but it's not very fair to find. This thing is also pretty fun to use, and then we just got. And I guess I wanted to use this at one point, and now I have professional kill streak one, and I don't use it. Really interesting. This happens so few times, you know. We got a nice little accessory flame roaster. Yeah, that's what I'll use typically, because that's fun to use. The cleanser is good for like finishing off players and get out of some of a bad situation, and this set overall is just really fun. This is just my, I don't even know, my crazy pyro set, my Paralanx set sort of. Yeah, Monoculus just made him look like a really bad, really big dumbass. Kinda threatening to be fair. This is my, I guess, this is more fitting. Uh, I guess. This is my firefighter loadout. Don't really know what this is doing. This disgusting weapon. Don't use that. We're gonna switch it back to what it was. Where is it? I can't find the shotgun. No, I'm certain there is. There are too many of them. So yeah, also this was a skin I got out of a crate, and it was pretty bad quality. You can't really see it because of my comic, but it was pretty bad quality, so it didn't look too good on other weapons. But on the flamethrower, it seemed really fitting, so I really like it. And then we have my Wintertail guy, because I'm doing them whenever I find a set where it's fitting. So yeah, he also got the third degree here because it fits the flare gun. Apart from this, it's yeah, it's more basic shit. Pretty cool set. All right, moving on to heavy. Typically, I have this thing which looks really good. Don't let my bad comic deceive you. It's a Butcher Bird minigun, which looks really nice. But typically I'll be using this one. I prefer stock over Tommy because I like the more damage output more because I don't care rather on which side of the fence you're. Can't deny that the Tommy takes a bit longer in most situations to kill something. So I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this, but whenever I use it, it feels like it certainly. I want to get better eventually at the Tommy because I feel like maybe I'm just not that good at tracking yet, and that's what hinders me from using it most effectively. So I do plan on using it more. For the most part, I like stock a lot. The locust part is because I do think the reason I use it these days is just because I saw Ace use it and I have a strange one. But I do think it's a alternative to the meta. Though it really depends on teams. Most of the time the sandwich will probably be better. But you know, you can use it. And the Visual Steel because really what other weapon are we going to use? I mean we could use the very original choke, I know, but Fist of Steel typically the best option when you're playing serious. Though, thing is, I don't really play serious all day much anymore, so yeah, doesn't really matter to me. On D, we have my Beer Heavy, which is a set I like. I like using the brass piece. I think it's very situational, and in that very situation, it's a lot of fun to use. Um, for example, if the enemy has a lot of sentries, but your team isn't really having problems moving to where the sentries are. They're having problems with the sentries themselves. The time is pretty good because there's not much hindering you from moving up or getting to where you need to stand and shoot initially, and especially if you have a medic, that can be very effective. So I want to get a destruction part on this thing. But if you're having problems moving up, then this thing will probably not do very well. And this thing is surprisingly good as well. I do have the big chief. I just don't think it looks very fitting. Like I prefer to have a heavy thing. I mean, this is kind of rare. No, but actually, I just think that the bear looks better than this thing. It fits with my other cosmetics, but sex don't matter anyway, so I'll be going with that. B, we have my my beautiful heavy. I don't care. This is a very beautiful ball. Um, I can make him a bit more beautiful if you want me to. But also, what if I were to? Why does this even work? Of course, that wouldn't work. That would be really funny. Um, no, I like it before more. Yeah, this is my facts. God, I not used this thing like ever. I recently unboxed it, so that was cool. I didn't have a strange family business anymore, so I thought, hey, why not? And this thing, I think I used this on the group sometimes. So yeah, this is my winter heavy. Um, I'm still fighting between what is more fitting, because I now have this thing, just gift wrapped. But I also have the Hulang heater that I want to have on one loader, because one heater is pretty good in, again, specific situation. But it's like, heavy's already pretty boring to play, so you might as well switch it up with the unlocks you got. At least, it's not really boring to play, it's just, it's really one way to play him. And so you can get bored of that way faster than on other classes. He's fun to play though. And this is my thumb heavy that I totally came up with myself and I did not steal from Array 7. Moving on to Medic. Yeah, pray. Start praying now. Because oh my god. This thing, I remember putting this set together. I don't know, I really like it though. So, yeah, this is my poop. I think I actually have a friend that now calls. He was pretty new to the game when we first played, and he only calls medic fucking bishop now because he saw this set, and I don't know why, but it happened. I I didn't like the crossbow for a long time, but I had this good sting for it in my eyes. I really like ironwood, and I was using this thing. Um, or overall, at one point I was using this thing apparently too. Never used this thing, but I still have a strength for some reason. So I really like this, and I still use it sometimes. Crossbow is way better in anything. Like damage, got crossbow's better. Fighting, crossbow's better. Both long and mid range. Just because more reliable. Plus in close range, you probably want to use your bullshit anyways, which I'm referring to this thing. This thing is incredibly strong. I sometimes will use my like if I'm just going with a friend and we're just having fun, we're just doing our thing, we're just killing people. I'll probably use this thing. But if I'm actually playing medic, I'll probably use this thing. I mean, I still heal other people, but it's just like if I'm mostly focused on pocketing somebody, I'm gonna use this thing. It's incredibly fun to use for yourself because you can sort of be more in control of when you die. You have more power over what happens, so that's what I like about it. This might try hard, very hard to see. And this is my moron. He's just meant to really be what I just said. Just a fucking moron. Doesn't even know what he's doing, moron. So yeah, that's this shit. I just went with some completely random shit. And then we have my. I never used this set, but if you use the Uber saw alongside that thing, probably get the most out of the vaccine on Battle Medic, but it's just kind of why even go Battle Medic. Unless I guess you use the crossbow and can somewhat work. despite me being awful at sniper, I do have a pretty nice set for him in mind. So it's a bit more actually. Spy and sniper both a bit more actually. But you know, we don't really care about these things around here. We kind of like that sort of stitch anyways. Not really. Like I don't like the anger actually, which is ironic because I have an anger loadout. But you know, I think this looks pretty good. I really like the unusual. Got this for really cheap, despite it having circling flames. Really like the down under. Sniper was a one that switched a lot, but yeah, these days I use this mostly. And though I really do like Charati. It's just that this one is just so nice to have for the health regen. So I just don't have to search for health every once in a while whenever somebody shoots me from afar or something. Um, Currently I'm using this because I want to get better at headshots. Eventually I also used this before, but really I think most of these kills are from dueling and not really playing the game. So recently I've been trying to improve at playing sniper overall. I eventually want to either use a Machina as my main weapon, but I don't want to be that body shotting guy, or this thing. I'm not a big fan of this thing yet. I get that. I mean, if you start getting them kills, it's pretty broken. But before you get to that point, it's kind of ugh. I do not like playing with or against the huntsman. But I guess I can appreciate a good huntsman, like a guy who can actually aim. Um, this is my. I guess this is my try-hard, serious sort of loadout. This is my old set actually, the second. The set that I made before I got the unusual. I really like this one actually. I don't want to explain this. Listen, I wasn't the I mean, this is just a parody on these kinds of players. To be fair, so I probably would have to use this thing and only body shot then. But you know, this is just kind of a play because Angry Snipers has in the upper hand and the hamstring. Like seriously, upper hand snipers always have a hamstring. Have you ever noticed that? It's not just a stereotype from Soundsmith video. It's actually true. But anyways, I really like using this. I actually, what am I saying? I don't like using. I never use this, but as you can see with the points, uh, I don't know. It's kind of. I like the wide angle. I'll say that. I like how the wide angle is. And this set probably everybody already knows because it was in a thing. I recently put this thing on, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Sniper's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I should also mention this thing, which I like using. It's just sort of these days I know scope shot whenever somebody's close to me instead of doing the other thing, because it's a bit more safe. Moving on to the Spiel, and switching the weapons goes to another main set. That's probably my main set. I realized this thing isn't good. I realized this thing isn't perfect. I really like this thing though, because I'm not that good at spy, so having a bit more time whenever considering a stab is pretty useful for me. Like sure, if you stand in one place, it's kinda dumb, but if you use it to give yourself a bit more time, it can be pretty good. Really like this thing, and really like the thing, the double gold effect here, but this thing isn't that good anymore. This thing is probably better, but it's also broken. This is probably my favorite. It's sort of fixed still. But you know, it doesn't really matter. Plus, if you can aim for the head, this thing is still kind of good. So yeah. On D, we have my burglar. my, I really like this one. Like this is absolute. I should also mention this real quick. This one I really like the effect. But I really just gotta mention how much I love this set. Like this spy looks fucking great. I love him. I really like this set. This is just, I mean, kind of scummy. It's just spam Dead Ringer. It works really well. If you haven't tried it out, I'll wanna make a video about this eventually. This is really good. This is my sorta. Yeah, the funny thing is this is meant to be a parody on actually spies, but I'm starting to realize. I just realized again that my main set for spy is already kind of actually. So this parody doesn't really work now, does it? Um. Yeah, that was well thought through, I'll say that. I didn't really know what this set is. I'm pretty sure this was just Mendelson actually set. So yeah, I don't really know. I guess this is kind of the try-hard set when I'm looking at the weapons. I mean, the Kunai has that sort of stick, even though it's a pretty good knife. This is just my moron spy. I use this to bait people. Yeah, he looks great. Alright, moving on to Demo Man. The first main. The main I kinda don't use this much anymore. That's a lie, I still play a lot of Demo. I don't know where I was going with this. It gotta be a main. He's just the second class I bumped a lot of hours in. This set has pretty much stayed the same. Like, these two things have been on here since I don't even know when. I guess this thing has more points as I wore than Sniper for a long time. But... And I have another sets where this thing isn't. But yeah, first, I think on them when I had this thing, still looks pretty good. I'm actually still happy with all the demo sets I ever had. Then I wore this thing. And then recently I switched to this thing. So yeah, that's basically the evolution there. For the classes where I think it fits, I'm also gonna go over the weapons real quick. For them, yeah, sort of fix. I have this thing which I like. My weapons are all based around like Drunken Man shots for the primary, so Drunken Man's Pipe Jumper, Drunken Man's Spending of Gold, Drunken Man's Direct Shit, Drunken Man's Cannon Thingy, soon to be named or something like that. I really like the loose cannon, really good against Pyro. Drunken Man's Anti-Pyro Cannon will probably be the name or something like that. So that's these things. I mainly use this thing. I was using this thing for a long time though. Stickies, I recently gave away my Australian, but I was able to transfer the kills over to the other strange one, which... And I didn't really use these this much. That's probably why I gave it away too, so it was like, I don't really care anymore. With this thing, which I use on hyper defense, I'll use it with the loose cannon, because that's pretty good. With the shield, I also recently gave away my strange charging torch that about the same amount of kills on it, because I was a less aggressive not to be at the start. I also have the Satan gun, and this thing, which I like a lot. And then we have my most prized item according to Steam. I called this 125 bucks well spent because that's how much it cost me to get the sheen. It's not even useful in crafting. I realized though that this have ever since become way more expensive. You now pay 190, and Steam actually, when I go to my inventory and I ask Steam how much I could sell my items on the market for, Steam tells me that I could sell these for around 300 bucks. I'll never do that though. I really like this. Why did I put it on this thing? It's a great question. Question will never be answered. We have this thing. I play on Dark Souls. I really like the Claymore, all the sick tripping it can do. I've become a bigger fan of this thing recently, so I want to use it more. This thing is great. I don't really like using it when there's another guy using it, because I don't really like this whole one-hit stick, but I really like using it overall. When you want to be Satan, go ahead and do that. Plus, if you're playing medieval mode, you might as well, because everybody uses it. You're way more effective with this. It's the fucking crutch, but whatever. Moving on. And then we have this thing, which is a lot of fun. Apart from this, I don't really use melee. I'm always kind of going with a sword out there, I guess. Or my bottle. But yeah, and I forgot this thing. I mean, this set is probably known. Most people probably know it from that one thing I did. This one, I didn't really find this fitting. But I also don't really have something better. I guess eventually I will get the samurai hat. I kinda still like this hat though, so I think I'll go back to what it was earlier. Yeah, that looks better. That's a handsome boy right here. Fun fact with the bootleggers, the Feek show. So that's pretty cool. And then we have my Buzz Lightyear. This used to be my my golden boy, cause Man Appeal looks kind of like Australian. And then I had the Australian sticky here. That has never been changed. It's just been stopped in Momento because I gave this thing away. And I don't really use this thing anyways, 'cause I don't like it. On stock demo, not even less. Like on demo night, it's just a crutch, and on stock demo, it's just annoying. So that's my problem with it. Really like this unusual, by the way. I wanted to change up the effects every time, so I'm happy that that worked. Moving on to Inchi. This isn't really a good portrayal of set. I mean, this is kind of the generalist Anshi set. You can kind of do the most when doing this. Not saying you're the safest, just objectively you can do the most with that. It's okay. Um, okay. Here's my problem with kill streaks. I like him a lot, but I do worse whenever I play with him apparently, or I've noticed that by myself. So I'll do really good with this thing, and they'll go on like a 10k. And I'll be like, okay, that was fucking amazing. Let me do this, but this time, let me actually have being able to see while I do it, and then I do shit. So I don't really know. We have a lot of shotguns. Really, really happy with this. Want to get a better version of, because this is kind of worn, well worn as you can see. But yeah, I want to get a better version here. Really like this skin. Um, Overall though, I guess this is actually the Sphinx place right here. I really like the Widowmaker. I think I called it not real. Because mathematically infinity does not exist, I think, because there's always a number. I've been ever since out of school, those I wouldn't know anymore. Like I hadn't had to do math in a long time, so I don't really know or care. Moving on to D. D is my Frontier Justice set, though to be fair, I mainly just use C on every class and just switch the weapon. So yeah, but D would be my dedicated Frontier Justice set. And just to have it more viable on every map, I put the check on here. I'll switch that up though. I really like my beard still. But sadly, ever since I got the double unusual combo, which I'm a gigantic fan of, I think it looks really, really good. The smoking effect is really good because it just brings to shine this thing more. Um, yeah, I really like how it looks. Plus, the mining light and this had to go well together in my eyes as well, actually. It looks like a cowboy refusing to wear a helmet, but still needing to go to the mines or some shit. I just can't let the dogfighter go, man. Like, Angie stalked me. It's so terrible. I can't, like, I realize this thing is a bit overworn, but I just can't let it go. It just looks too good. And, this is actually my most described gun. Uh, First of all, its name is a pun to that Nintendo game, and then I also misspelled clicked like an epic German gamer. But yeah, that's the joke right there. The joke is that the thing is the joke. This is probably my Flexineer set, I guess I called this. I mean, this is a great range. I still really like this range. I use the check for the most part, because I personally find it the best range. And there's no objectively best range, but it suits my playstyle the most, so that's why I'll use this the most. Just like the stock shotgun matches my playstyle the most. Whenever I need to go a bit more defensive, I have the check, which is basically a gigantic crutch and bullshit. So yeah, it doesn't. Here's what I always tell people when they say that the stock range is better than the Chaya tanking. Who cares? Who cares when you have this thing? It's way too good. It needs to be nerfed into the ground or something. This thing is... It's not balanced, it's not fair. It needs to be nerfed. But as long as it's here, I don't really have to try at all to tank the gun in the first place all that much. So it still works. Plus I mostly just play a more sentry sacrificing playstyle anyways when I play regular range. If I actually do need to defend, of course I have this set. This is my MBM set, I think. And overall I really like this thing. I want to get a proficient kill streak next for that. I want to use this more. Because it's actually kind of bridges the gap for both playstyles. It works really well on battle Angie. It works even better on normal Angie. So yeah, I really like it. Like I said, this is my main range. This I recently got back. And this thing I bought. I don't remember why. I like it. This thing is special to me because it's the first uh, time I ever played I ever played Battle Angel. I used this one. Also, people are crying the fuck out there. I don't know why. These are my tools, and I think we are pretty much through with it.